Let's talk about Eclipso real quick. 'Cause I feel like not a lot of people really know about Eclipso and who he is or how strong he is or where he even comes from. Let's talk about it. So you want to read the Eclipso series from the 80s series, right? And in issue 2, Eclipso was playing chess with Darkseid. He pretty much telling him like his backstory and shit type shit. He telling us like, yeah, he was a spirit of vengeance at one point in time. Heaven's rage type shit. But then he deemed the world as unsavable, unrepairable. So then he took it upon himself to make effort to destroy everything. Everything dies. But in an effort to save everything, the higher power tricked him, formed this dove, turned it into pure light, and then trapped his body inside the heart of darkness. And while his body was the heart of darkness, his essence was transferred to the dark side of the moon. Obviously, bro got fired from his position as Heaven's Rage, or the Spirit of Vengeance, and the Spectre now took his space. Flipping over to Spectre, issue number 18, we see Spectre suffering with the same shit that Eclipso was suffering when he was the Spirit of Vengeance. He questioning whether humanity can be saved at all type shit. Start to get enraged a little bit. And because of it, we see that Eclipso is able to actually possess the Spectre, which is insane, right? And the only thing they could do to stop this motherfucker was take James Corrigan's soul out of that body and cleanse it of Eclipso's taint. And I mean Corrigan as in the host of Spectre. And because of this, they were able to remove Eclipso from the Spectre completely. And then after all that happened, they were able to seal him back into the gem of the Heart of Darkness. Where after once he was in the Heart of Darkness, Spectre grabbed it and shredded it into a billion pieces and threw it across the oceans like that. But if you know this ain't the end for Eclipso. He is a natural force, natural part of the order. He cannot be removed. He cannot die. Then we flip over to Countdown to Mystery, issue number 1, right? Where we actually see an interaction between him and Darkseid again. And they actually kind of established that Darkseid has dominion over Eclipso because that gem, the Heart of Darkness, was mined on Apocalypse. And Darkseid even knows that he's immune to everything that Eclipso has that he can do against him type shit. Because anybody with anger or darkness in his heart can now be possessed by Eclipso very easily. But apparently, Darkseid is immune to this, which is insane for Darkseid, considering all of the entities that he's been able to possess easily. Like, he was able to manipulate Nabu himself, Etrigan, an entire planet, the entire JLD team, and many others, but I guess not Darkseid, of course. And it got to the point where Darkseid is actually giving Eclipso orders. And he was like, that'll serve me well, now do what you best at, and serve me, you little bitch. Like, bruh. And then we immediately see Eclipso go to Earth and start fucking shit up, taking over Mary Marvel as his first victim. And then moved on to Plastic Man, Huntress, Creeper, and Dove. And in this action, bro actually took steps to become one with the Heart of Darkness. Remember I said his essence was put on the dark side of the moon and his body put inside the Heart of Darkness? This insanely weakened him to the point where like he does not have the power that he once had. But after this, he was made whole again, as you see him in this new form with his new armor. Then you see the entity Spectre come and fight him, right? Like Eclipso was so powerful in this form that simply fighting was destroying everything around the entire earth type shit. Violent crimes began to reach an all-time high. All the fish began to die in the seas. The dead started becoming to life. And in this instance, the only way for them to stop Eclipso was for the human side, Crispus Allen, the host of the Spectre, to connect to Bruce Gordon, the host of Eclipso, and get him to stand down. Where Bruce Gordon was able to prevent Eclipso from doing anything further type shit. Now imagine if Eclipso didn't have a host in this instance. Then after Bruce Gordon was able to weaken Eclipso in this form, that's when Crispus Allen was able to break that armor. But that is never the end. As long as there is darkness in the hearts of humanity, Eclipso will exist. All he needs is for somebody to get a little bit angry and their body is his. In Superman issue 216, you see Eclipso making efforts to rage bait Superman so he could take over his body type shit. And the only way for him to do it was for him to take over Lois's body and rage bait him even more. And then once she did it, she shoved one of the shards from the Heart of Darkness into his head like that, making Superman now his. Whereas none other than Shazam was there to try to stop him, right? But he was even too much for Shazam, right? To the point where the wizard Shazam had to call on Spectre, the entity, not the host, the entity, to help him from Eclipso. Whereas the Spectre was able to go inside Superman's body with Eclipso and expel Eclipso from Superman's body completely, which is kind of crazy. Then go ahead and read the Day of Vengeance series. This shit is fucking fire, bro. But Eclipso was able to manipulate him into destroying all of magic in the DC universe type shit. And in order to finally stop Spectre, bro, they had to channel all of Earth's magic into Shazam. And even then, that shit barely was enough. This shit was fucking fire, bro. We see that Eclipso is immune to Ragman, and actually, when Ragman went to grab Eclipso, he destroyed all of the realms that Ragman had put other people in. Hundreds and hundreds of people dead, erased from existence. And that's all because he tried to put Eclipso in one of the rags type shit. And then we flash towards the Flash 779. We see Eclipso back to doing exactly what he's been doing all throughout all this time, right? Possessing anybody with a little bit of darkness in their heart type shit, for his own game of destroying everything. Then we go to this current series. We get another flashback of how Eclipso is subservient to Darkseid once again, begging for Darkseid's approval. What the fuck is this, bro? Like, bro, get off your fucking knees, bro. You're supposed to be more powerful than the Spectre when you're at full power. You are the balance that exists between darkness and light in the DC universe. You served as the anger of heaven to whip and chastise all of humanity. Even someone like Heke, who's stated to be the source of all magic in the universe type shit, has nothing against you. You were created to eat her magic and negate her power. You once possessed the entire world type shit. All of the heroes, all of the villains, everybody. And then even in All In Flash issue number 25, we see bro become omnipotent once again, to where he has the power to destroy everything. But he decides to savor it and take it slow, which only led to his demise, where he got put into yet another fucking gym, where he's going to be sent back to the dark side of the moon. But as we know, throughout all of his existence, there has been one consistent thing, is his weakness to pure light. Even the sun is his weakness. When in his own realm, even when he's there, he's more powerful than Darkseid. But he still cannot resist the light from the brightest star in the universe. This happened in the All In special. Like I said before, he will be back for sure. We know that. But what I really want to see going forward from him, I want to see him kind of break away from this Darkseid dominion over him shit. I want to see him whoop Darkseid's ass, and then he can just completely get out of that. I would also like to see him get away from this whole Heart of Darkness gem type shit, because he's been nerfed for the past 50 years because of the Heart of Darkness. And like, no one talks about it. At least let him get his full power, and then let the heroes that fight against him beat him with his full power type shit. I think it would make for better storytelling and all of that. Like, get rid of the Heart of Darkness shit completely. But yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think.